Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day. My name is Dava Feruzova Talaraharjo and we are from Focus Group Discussion 1, and I would like to explain our PKM, which is we're going to develop a tempeh chips or cassava. But this one is different, so I would like to introduce you of what is tempeh chips. Tempeh chips are foods made from thinly sliced tempeh, which is tempeh, and then fried it using seasoned flour. Using usually the taste is salty. It's so thin, and then there's the onion to make it savory. And the specialty of this tempeh is that as I told before, it's very thin and it's making crunchy texture. In contrast to the types of chips in general, many of which are made from cassava or potatoes, but tempeh is made from tempeh, which is distinctive from the taste itself. As we know, soybeans, which are the basic ingredient for making tempeh, have a very high protein, very much needed, especially for children who are still growing. But for us, we're not children anymore, but it's still good because so much protein. We need protein. Apart from protein, tempeh is also rich in isoflavones, which can prevent cancer. And secondly, apart from being known for its beautiful atmosphere and interesting culinary delights, which city that like this tempeh so much, like produce this tempeh, is Ngawi, which is in East Java, Jawa Timur. Even though they look simple, Ngawi's typical tempeh chips have a different taste when compared to other cities. Tempeh chips are a traditional food of kindness. Chips made from tempeh, apart from being positioned as a complement to the main meal, tempeh is also known as a delicious and healthy traditional snack. Usually tempeh is processed to be used as a side dish for food, but there are also some people who make it as chips, and I like tempeh chips. In our country alone, Indonesia, these tempeh chips are usually processed with a variety of different flavors and shapes, so that each region can have its own characteristics. Apart from being delicious and cheap, this tempeh chip have high protein, again, as I said before, and it doesn't have the preservatives of the content itself, and it can only last a maximum of 1 month. But like, I straight up eating the whole package in one day because how much good it is. And tempeh chips are usually prepared in various shapes and flavors. However, tempeh chips in Ngawi area usually have a square shape and are very thin, so they taste crunchy. In addition to it, there's less flavored dough, so there is less flour dough, so that the savory taste of the tempeh is very pronounced because there's so much less of the flour than it is to the tempeh itself. So these tempeh chips are a typical food that is quite famous in Ngawi area, East Java. Apart from being consumed as a snack, these tempeh chips are also often used as souvenirs for tourists who visit there. For those of you who visit the city of Ngawi, you can visit Sandang village, like the Kampung Sandang in Pradon, East Java, Ngawi. There are many home industries that produce this typical food. Apart from that, tempeh chips are also very easy to find in souvenir centers in Ngawi area. So basically, we are going to make tempeh chips so that not only Ngawi can produce it, but also us can produce it and also distribute it to our friends, to our local community, to the society.
With all that planning, with all that precision, where will it lead us to? I'll tell you where it leads us to. It leads us to the point of thinking, who's gonna buy all this stuff? Who's gonna buy our product? In this case, who is the consumer of Crazy Tempeh? Now, we propose to sell this snack to the young people in the age of 16 to 30s, preferably residents of Depok with wants. By wants, I mean they are constantly eager to fill their mouths with flavors and crispy goodness. And for the cherry on top, our product, Crazy Tempeh, is made from a well-known traditional food itself, which is tempeh. But you see, tempeh is the snack type of tempeh itself, and I will sure that youngsters will die to try our innovation. Crazy.
Okay, so in here, I myself would like to explain or would like to share about how to make a tempeh chips. How to make a tempeh chips. But beforehand, I want to tell you that to make a tempeh chips, there are various techniques that we used. But in here, I only used one technique, which is in here I want to make a baked tempeh chips. For the flavor itself, basically you can use any kind of flavor that you want. But in here, I want to share how to make a baked tempeh chips with a flavor barbecue. So first of all, let's discuss about the ingredients that you're going to use. So the first ingredients that we're going to use is 8-ounce package light life original or 3 grain of tempeh. The second ingredient is avocado or coconut oil spray. The third ingredient is 1 teaspoon onion powder, then 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, then 1 teaspoon of paprika, and 3 out of 4 teaspoons of sea salt, and 2 teaspoons of coconut sugar. So let's dig into the instructions or how to make the tempeh chips. First of all, you need to preheat the oven for baking the tempeh chips. It's around 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And while waiting, you can make your rub for flavoring the tempeh, which is you can combine the onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, sea salt, and coconut sugar in a small bowl. Then you can cut the block of tempeh in half. Then cut each half diagonally, so you have 4 triangles. But in here, it's just an optional. You can shape your tempeh, whatever that you want. Then after you already sliced into 4 triangles, place the triangles flat on your cutting board and thinly slice it again. And try to make sure that your slices as even as possible. Then after you slice the tempeh, place the tempeh slice on a baking sheet and spray with coconut oil. So in here, or cooking oil. So the coconut or the cooking oil has a purpose to make tempeh for not sticking to the baking sheets, and it also helps to make the tempeh have a aromatic. And then you can sprinkle half of the spice blend over the tempeh, which is the rub. Then flip the tempeh and spray with oil and sprinkle on the remaining spice blend. Then after that, you can start baking for 10 minutes and flip and bake for another 7 until 10 minutes, or until the tempeh is turning to golden brown and crisp. Sorry, guys. Make sure it crisp. And be sure that you have to watch closely in the final few minutes, because the tempeh can quickly go from golden brown to burnt. And finally, if the tempeh is already going to golden brown, and then you can enjoy your tempeh. That's it.
Our target market is centered in Universitas Indonesia. Inside a school setting or campuses in general, the goal is easy to carry out. Students are constantly working and thinking hard when it comes to pulling all-nighters and concentrating. Their number one goal is to maintain and boost their energy. A snack that is easy to carry around, obtain, and even keep for a possible hunger strike is essentially to them. A hungry or energized student does not endure or support the same amount of pressure as one that is prepared. Snacks are essential to them, and we have found the perfect solution. The best time to eat this snack does not exist. It is practical to carry around in a backpack or in a bag, to consume or satisfy either craving, the hunger of a sudden hunger strike. We have chosen the perfect option for this. Environment students around Indonesians are able to have a healthy, nutritious, and practical options to carry around their study schedule. It is important that they have this solution to the problematic. It is a great option, and all Indonesian students around the world are able to obtain it. In Universitas Indonesia, they're looking for comfortable but accessible snacks. It is not expensive, it is very nutritious, and it's also very filling.